Chris and Cash Show.
Chris and Cash Podcast. Wait a minute. What was our intro?
Hey, Ma, I'm done with my segment. There you go. It's Thursday, December 7th, 2017. Happy birthday, Larry Legend. We have returned.
Today we'll live in infamy.
Yeah, Larry Bird was born.
You know what I mean.
What, Pearl Harbor?
Yeah.
Yeah, my grandfather was there. Still not as important as Larry Bird. I'm kidding.
Let's talk about real history. Larry Bird.
So we're back to our roots. We're back in the basement.
Back in the basement.
I don't know if we fired...
No producer.
I don't know if we got fired or we fired him. Is it possible we just fired each other?
I don't think... it was a... We left... What do they say when you broke up? It was mutual?
All I know is we didn't go into President Trump. You're fired. Like, that never happened.
We didn't. Yeah, we weren't like, hey, Andrew, go screw yourself.
We were just like, hey, like, it's been like 3 weeks. Like,
yeah,
we actually still didn't post one from June. And, like, now all our old podcasts are gone.
So we're just not going to send it to you.
Which is probably better because everyone hated the whole Statio thing. Like, everyone complained about it. Everyone who did listen doesn't listen anymore.
No, we have like 2 listeners.
All 2
every
of them.
3 weeks when we do it.
All right, so we're going to be hitting on the Celtics, 22-4. Thank you very much. Best record in the league. All the Rob Gronkowski stuff. I totally butchered his name. Rob Gronkowski stuff.
What did you just call him?
Rob Gronkowski, I think I said.
You like Bobby Gonk?
Pat's still tied with Pittsburgh for the number 1 seed. Got a big one coming up in 2 weeks. We'll get to that. And
1 game at a time, Scotty.
And we're also going to talk about racism because black people are obsessed with it.
Are we really going to talk about racism?
Yeah, we are. I'm talking about Stephen A. Smith. You heard that, right?
Oh, yeah.
And Michael Wilbon.
Yeah, no, I don't care about Michael Wilbon. I don't even care about Stephen A.
No one
Who
cares about
cares?
Stephen A. Yeah, but it's annoying that, like, they're the only race that brings it up. They're, like, the only ethnic group that brings it up.
That's because Indians make a ton of money.
All right.
It's not Native Americans, though. They bring it up.
Dude,
just no one hears them.
Go get Eddie Murphy, open up a bunch of casinos, and everyone will be happy. Like, we're sick of hearing about it. Everybody. Not just white people. We're all sick of it. Just stop.
You're speaking for the entire human race now. We're sick of it.
Come on, are you a little tired of them comparing everything with racism? Like, they blame racism for all their problems. It's a little.
I think
it's a little annoying after a while.
I think it weakens their argument if you say everything's racist.
Like, they think that white people are out to get them. Like, no, we're just sick of listening to it. Like, we're not out to get you. You know what I mean? If Gronk had hit a white guy, you wouldn't give a shit. Like, this is what it's come down to.
But they've kind of they've been.
You know, we'll just talk about Gronk now just to get it out of the way. Since we're already on the topic. So, for those who missed it, and I don't think anyone did, in Buffalo on Sunday, Gronk was held, mugged,
pushed, used, whatever.
Whatever adjective you want to use.
Everything. They pissed in his Cheerios.
Tre'Davious White or whatever the hell his name. Like, it's one of those weird names. Came up with the interception. Gronk got frustrated and gave him like a.
I mean, I'm not Tony Maz,
like a macho
but I'm not
man
going to pull you
Randy
back from the edge if you Felger it.
What do you mean?
Like one of those weird black names. You know, because they can't spell.
I didn't say that. I said weird. It's one of those weird names that would never hold up in court.
I heard the undertones. You look like it's LaDasha. It's LA-A. I'm like, what?
No, seriously though.
But to be fair, I mean, one of the coolest skits on the internet ever is that one with the East-West game.
Yeah, with all the names.
And the white guy's name is like Tom. You know what I mean? Like Nick
either Buddy or Tyler sent that to us in like
That's
the text
hilarious.
chain. Oh,
Latavius, Crown, the third, the fourth.
What's funnier, that or Key and Peele when it's like, you done messed up, Aaron?
Yeah. Hey, Aaron, where's D Nice? D Nice? It's Denise. Don't be playing with me, D Nice.
I forget what the name was, but it was like Jaqueline, present. Thank you.
All right. That is a great skit.
So, look at Gronk got a 1-game suspension. He appealed it, and it got upheld. I think he should be suspended a game. I think the league.
I agree.
Shocker here.
Look, I wasn't trying to justify it either.
I thought the league got it right.
They did get it right.
Which is
but I wasn't trying to justify it, but people were all like, I was talking to 2 of my cousins, and they were like, I was like, look, I can just understand why it happened. They're like, oh, you're trying to say it's justified and okay? No. I'm telling you, I know why it happened. Because Gronk gets treated in...
Shaq treatment.
It's worse than the Shaq treatment. At least in the Shaq treatment, like, they don't hit as hard in the NBA as the NFL. Even to Shaq. Okay? If they came close to mugging Shaq as bad as they mug Gronkowski, it would be a foul in the NBA. The NFL, because the rules are different in the contact sport anyways.
Right.
Conflict sport, really. But let me explain something to you. This dude gets abused, and they call nothing. And then if he moves his arm to get open, they call it offensive
That offensive pass interference
was
in
the
the
weakest
first
thing in
half
the world.
was ridiculous on that game Sunday.
I told you, NFL officiating is horrendous. I know you. Look,
NBA
the Bengals lost. The Bengals lost the other night, and they were winning the game. And we have a text chain, and I think my Uncle Ray was like, "Look, 17-0," and Scott was like, "Marvin Lewis, Andy Dalton. Enough said, or whatever."
Give it time. Yeah. That's what I said.
And look, I get it. They're the Bengals, and it's Pittsburgh.
Someone else was like, "Oh, how's that looking, Scotty?" I go, all I did was go,
"Give it time."
Andy Dalton, Marvin Lewis.
But the point is,
I'm sorry,
a bogus penalty was called on a 61-yard touchdown. I think it was.
Since we already touched on it,
it's a touchdown.
Do you know why Marvin Lewis hasn't been fired?
It's not because he's black.
Cincinnati is terrified of the backlash if they fire a black.
No, because they have a bunch of racist people in Cincinnati that hate blacks. You ever been to Cincinnati? The whites versus blacks there is like ridiculous. Ohio's a wicked racist place, and I'm not trying to pick on Ohio. It really is. Like, people say Boston's wicked racist. And look, I'm not saying Boston isn't racist. It has racism, sure. But compared to Chicago, even that's not. If you want to say, compare us to New York, Chicago.
Have you ever been to St. Louis?
No.
St. Louis to this day, because I've been there, St. Louis to this day is still segregated to a degree. The North is black, the South is white, and you stay the hell away from each other. There's a line.
Black people live in 3 places: Boston, Brockton,
Dorchester.
That's part of Boston, buddy.
Well, no, I thought you meant like the suburbs.
Half of Boston, half of the black people.
What about Lawrence?
No, that's all Dominicans.
Is it really?
Yeah.
It used to be all blacks.
No, it's all Dominicans now.
Chelsea
used to be all Jews.
Not even trying to be racist.
Salem was all French Canadians. No, you're not being racist. I get it. Like, things happen. Like, people move. But half of all black people that own a house in the state live in 3 fucking towns. Or cities. They're actually cities, but actually Randolph's a town. But regardless, we're segregated.
Look, getting back to Gronkowski, he deserved the suspension. I think the league got
him being white or black, has nothing to do with it.
No, race has nothing to do with it. And here's the thing, it was really bad. I don't. Also, too, Tre'Davious White was saying today, like, Gronk is a dirty player. No, that was a dirty play. He's not a dirty player.
But I get it.
There's a reason.
When you're frustrated, people do that kind of stuff.
There's a reason. It's still no excuse. I understand.
I didn't say it's an excuse. I said I understand it.
He's got to be smarter than that.
Yes.
To his credit, he was very apologetic and remorseful after the game, like immediately after.
But when they asked him, and look, they asked him and Brady at different times. When they asked him after the game, they said, "Oh, was it building up from a couple of plays or the last couple of weeks?" He said, "It's
8 years.
It's been built up for 7 years." He said 7, but regardless. But yeah, it's a build up for 7 years because it's true. The guy gets mugged and abused, and then he can't do anything. And on that very play that the interception happened, that shouldn't be an interception. Like, he was held, then pass interference, then like smacked in the back. All right, that's like 3 penalties flags should have gone. That shouldn't have been a pick. So I get it. If that was me, I'd be pissed.
No, he has every right to be pissed. You don't like do like a Macho Man Randy Savage elbow on him. I know he wants to be a wrestler after he retires.
He's just showing out his skills.
Rob Gronkowski was suspended for 1 game. Do you know it was 1 game instead of 2 or 3 or 4? Because he's never been in a stitch of trouble his entire NFL career.
Right. It's not because he's white.
So I think they got it right. I was saying, like, this is a first-time thing for him. This isn't who he is. He's not, he's not a repeat offender. But it was pretty bad. It was pretty stupid. You got to give him a game.
Kiko Alonso didn't even get suspended.
The guy from Tampa Bay charged across the field and hit the Saints cornerback and didn't get. What did he get? 1 game? I think. Look, Gronk should have got a game.
AJ Green got in a fight, choked a dude, didn't get suspended. Choked or punched both.
He was provoked though. Not saying
Gronk was provoked though.
Not saying that Gronk wasn't.
I'm not saying that it was okay when the guy's down. You just fucking try to DDT into his back, like I'm gonna power bomb this dude. You can't do these kind of things. I understand that, you know what I mean? But at the same point in time, I get it. It's not okay. It's wrong. They got the suspension. I get it. It has nothing to do with black-white. Just like the Tom Brady yelling thing. Oh, Tom Brady's fiery.
Oh,
if he was black.
I'm glad you brought that up.
And then everyone brings up Odell Beckham Jr. But Odell Beckham Jr. doesn't argue because they're losing or because he misses somebody. He wants his goddamn stats. He don't care about winning the same.
I'm glad you brought that up. A couple of points, because that's something else that Stephen A. brought up. Playing the race card. Number 1, I heard someone today compare Tom Brady and Kobe Bryant, those two specifically.
Right. I was going to say, Kobe Bryant used to do that all the time, and I didn't give a fuck that Kobe did it.
There's a difference, though. There's a fundamental difference.
What's the difference?
because they said, 5 championships, they do what they want, and they yell at coaches, blah, 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 blah. There's a fundamental difference there. Tom Brady is revered by his teammates, past and present.
I don't care about that.
Kobe Bryant's teammates hated him.
If Kobe yelled at somebody, I wasn't like, look at him, he's insubordinate and he's black, so he's bad for yelling at his coach. Kobe yelled at his coach, I was like, good, he deserves to yell at his coach. He's fucking better than the coach. The coach wins because of Kobe, not the other way around. So it isn't than the fucking Patriots. Josh McDaniels is a good coordinator because of Tom Brady, not the other way around. He's allowed to fucking yell at him. You ever notice, Tom Brady doesn't really yell like that at Bill Belichick, does he?
It's a bad comparison.
It's not, though. Has Tom Brady ever yelled at Bill Belichick like that?
He wouldn't dare.
Who's he yelled at?
McDaniels, Billy O.
Why? He's higher on the food chain. Right? Am I right?
Billy O got in his face, though. He gave it right back to him.
Yeah,
back in
and Josh has given it to him before.
Oh, I fucking loved it.
And that's fine.
Then you notice, like...
Billy O was like, I'm going to fucking punch you in the face. Come down to Dorchester.
Oh, Billy was in his face.
My boy Sully's going to dunk on you with the Y.
Then, no one ever... I think it was the Washington game in 2011 when they had that bitch fest. But if you look at it, like, someone, like, got a pick to, like, end the game or something, like, they, like, went like that and hugged, like, 2 seconds later. It was over.
Yeah. And I have no problem if a black athlete goes nuts on the...
By the way, Stephen A. Smith, you're a fucking moron, and I'm going to tell you why.
Well, for a lot of reasons.
Well, no, he's a moron for this, and I'm going to tell him why.
And I'm going to tell him why.
He's saying Tom Brady gets a pass because he's white. Like, no, Tom Brady gets a pass because he's won 5 fucking...
He also hasn't gotten a fucking pass. That's the thing. When he yells at people, it becomes a huge deal. He doesn't get a pass. If he goes to high-five someone in the sidelines, no one high-fives him, becomes like fucking memes and fucking...
That was funny.
Yeah, it becomes memes and GIFs all over the place, and fucking people make fun of him. Tom Brady doesn't get a pass for anything.
My mom
Tom Brady eats avocado ice cream, people make fun of him. Tom Brady, in some ways, is a fucking big flaming douchebag, and we all make fun of him. And it's fine. And it doesn't matter that he's white or black.
Doesn't matter if you're black or white.
Martellus Bennett, fucking weirdo. People make fun of him. He's also cool as shit, but it doesn't matter that he's white or black.
Let me finish my point, though. Tom Brady...
You really have a point.
Yeah, I do. Tom Brady gets a quote-unquote pass Stephen A. because he's won 5 Super Bowls. What has Odell Beckham Jr. ever won? Has he ever won a playoff game? That's number 1. Number 2, as far as the race, you really think if Jordan was screaming at Phil Jackson, people would have made a stink of it? No athlete,
yelled at people all the time.
No athlete in the history of sports was protected by the media more than Michael Jordan.
Everyone Jordan was allowed to do whatever the fuck he wanted.
And he was fucking black as your shirt. So I don't want to fucking hear it.
Almost as black as KG.
KG was so black. KG was like midnight blue.
No, KG wasn't that black. He wasn't like straight out of Africa, like Sudan black.
He was like a notch on a Manute Bol.
Yeah,
Manute Bol
is like purple. Like I told you, I had a friend Purple Eddie. Like that's what they called him from the Sudan. Like those people are very dark. It's like the opposite of people from Sweden. You know what I mean? Like,
I played with this black kid, Kenny. Great dude. I played baseball with him for years. He called everyone the N-word. He wouldn't say, "Hey, what's up, Scotty? Hey, what's up, my N-word?" I'm not gonna say it. But we used to say to him, "Kenny, you're so black, you're blue, dude." And he was like, "Oh yeah, my N-word." Like,
I get it. Some people are that black. Some people are that white that they fucking glow. What do you want? What do you want?
See, Jordan was more of like a
fact of life. Jordan was dark. He wasn't that dark.
Yeah.
He was like dark black, but not like... Well, he was like... I want to say dark black. Like, he wasn't as black as Phil. Phil's pretty black.
Yeah.
Phil's black, dude. We have a friend, Phil. He's a very black man.
I thought you were talking about Phil Harris for a second, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, he's very black.
He is.
He's very black.
Dude, I haven't seen Phil in a while.
And that's not even a pick on Phil. It's he's very black. I'm very white. What do you want?
No, he would tell you that.
Yeah, Michael Jordan, pretty black, dude. He is.
So
scale of 1 to 10 blackness, he's like an 8.
Stephen A. The guy was losing like $1 million a pop.
Michael Jordan yelled at anybody you want
on golf courses. He punched his teammate in practice. It was Steve
people.
Kerr.
He was like fucking.
I mean, Jordan's probably like a bottom 5 human being ever.
But next, they're gonna tell me someone like Steph Curry gets treated better because he's light skinned. Kind of looks white, so he got them colored eyes. You know what I mean? It's like, dude,
he's a mulatto. That's why he gets a pass.
It's like, no, dude, no one gives a shit, dude. Like, I don't care. I don't. Do you not like? Is Kyrie too black for Boston? No, he's awesome. People love him. People want to suck his dick for fucking...
Suck my dick.
Yeah, they're like, oh, suck Kyrie's dick right now for a fucking free throw shot. It's like, dude, no one cares. No one. Does anyone care that Kyrie's doesn't look like Larry Bird?
No.
Do we cheer for Kyrie or Gordon Hayward more right now?
Yeah.
Which one?
Gordon, because he's white.
Because he's white. We're like, yeah, white guy. We're like, Aaron Baines. He's like the best player on the team. No, he's not. I mean, he's cool.
Dude, why do you think Scalabrine was so popular, to be honest?
Scalabrine was popular because he was a bum, and he was white, and he was like our fucking, like, living embodiment of the fucking Victory cigar. He was like, oh, play Gino and put Scal in. Let's make fun of him now. That's not like a good thing. They're like, look at the goofy white guy. Put him in. Put in the goofy redhead. Yeah, put him in. He looks like a fucking giant leprechaun. He's obviously a leprechaun with giganticism. Put him in.
But
let's laugh.
He has a paisan.
Yeah, but exactly, I know. But people didn't. It wasn't like a good thing that we loved Scal. It was like we loved Scal like we loved Walter. We love Walter McCarty. He was black. You know why we love Walter? He was a fucking goofy dude who shot threes, and he was like, I love Walter. I love Walter McCarty.
Walter was a better player than Scal.
I know he was, but it was the same kind of thing. I love Walter was kind of like almost joke humor about like, Walter's so good when he really wasn't. Just like Scal. Scal sucked. We just loved to put in Scal because we're like, oh, like Eddie House was a good enough player. We didn't make fun of him. It's not that we didn't love Eddie House. Just he actually brought value to the team. Scal was like, human victory cigar. Like, that's it. That's it. It's not because he was white. If we had a fucking goofy-ass black dude that was goofy enough, like...
We'd be picking on him.
Yeah.
That's what they would say.
It's not. If we would be like, oh, human victory cigar. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. So Gronk's out against Miami on Monday night. It's a hat and T-shirt game, so I think the Pats going to win. The Hulkster practiced the other day. Hogan's practiced for the first time in a month.
He should be back, I think. Brady missed 2 practices. Wednesday and today.
He's at the point now where he's mastered the game. I honest to God don't think he needs to practice.
Yeah, but he loves practice, dude.
I get that, but he's also
if he
40.
misses practice, I'm wondering if end of the season catches up to him.
Like there was a period where like Bird like had mastered the game to a point where he got bored. Like, oh, I'm gonna shoot left-handed tonight, like exclusively. Like I feel like that's Brady now. Like if you watch that Terry Bradshaw interview before last year's Super Bowl, or this year's, however you want to say it. Bradshaw said, if you win the game, do you walk away? And Brady said, hell no. Like you've seen that interview, right?
Yeah, Brady's never walking away.
So he said something in that interview that struck me. He's like, I can't walk away because this is why I've worked so hard. Like this is the time to enjoy it.
Right. Brady says every time.
He'll never say it.
Brady says he's better now than ever, and it shows up, first of all. But he said it's easier and easier. Like, it's still not easy. It's very hard, and it takes a lot of work and discipline, and he's regimented. I mean, he has Alex Guerrero, and he's out there eating fucking macadamia nuts right now off of fucking someone's organic grass in their backyard because it's the way to be alkaline or whatever the fuck he believes in, okay? He's drinking water out of fucking some, like, animal's fucking body. I don't know what he's doing, okay? He's a weirdo. Tom Brady is a weird dude. A weird dude. Oh, well, yeah, we've got a bunch of tabs open. Saints are tied with Atlanta 3-3, by the way. Scotty's looking at the computer. But
Whoop.
Tom Brady is a weird dude, but it works. And he's put in a ton of effort, and he's coasting right now. He's coasting at greatness. He's at that Jordan level. I told you before he had 4. I told you I thought he was already the GOAT quarterback. You disagreed. You had Montana. That's fine. He won the 4th. We talked about how he's better than Montana now.
No, I said after he got the 4th one.
I had him before the 4th. But
I said if somebody walks up to me and says I think Brady's the greatest, I'm not going to disagree. I also said if someone walks up to me and says I still think Montana's the greatest, I said I'm still not going to.
Yeah, but you gave Brady the nod. You did
51-49. Yeah,
but you gave him the nod. That's the point, Scotty.
But it's over now.
But regardless,
after the fifth one,
and I even told you after the 4th one, if he gets a 5th one, you can start comparing him to Jordan and those guys. He got the 5th one, and people are doing that now. You and I usually hit these things way ahead of the curve.
I know that, but
I remember you and I had a conversation. I was like, Deion Lewis moves like Barry Sanders. You were like, he really does. And I'm like, the next fucking season and a half, people were like, he moves like Barry Sanders. I'm like, yeah, I said that like fucking when the guy came out. You and I both loved Malcolm Butler in the preseason when he was a fucking scrub.
He kind of sucks though.
No, he's pretty good.
This is last year.
He's not gonna stay on the team.
No, he's gone.
But he's a good player.
Yeah. He's
a better than average corner, dude. He still averages out to one of the better corners in the league.
He's better than Arrington. I'll give him that. Way better than Arrington.
Oh, yeah. Better than Razier Dowling. He's better than a lot of players.
You knew it was time for Arrington to go where he struggled in the slot. Like, your job is to cover one guy.
Remember that was San Francisco game. We got killed in the slot for a touchdown that we lost.
It was on my birthday. 2012. I remember. I could have gone to that game.
I could have gone to that game, too.
No.
Stephen Smith.
No,
with Philip Harris.
With Phil. Well, Phil's a Niner fan. Mm. So, I wasn't there, obviously, but, like, Steve told me, like, because he called me. He's like, hey, do you want to go? It was my birthday. I was going out with my grandmother and my aunt, so I couldn't really go. I wanted to stay home anyway because it was a shitty game, if you remember. Like, not like shitty game, like weather-wise. It was, like, just terrible weather.
No, I know. It was a great game.
It was. I mean, I'm trying to think. Yeah,
I can't believe they lost the game that season.
Steven told me, like, Phil was like, they're up like 34-3, and Phil's like, and then they tie it, and Phil's just like,
Tom Brady, dude.
No, but I'm saying to myself too, like they're just gonna go right down the field. And of course they did.
That's how you know Tom Brady's great, though. In a game where when you're behind, it's supposed to be very hard to catch up. No matter how far behind they are, Tom Brady either always catches up.
If they came back and won that game and got the 1 seed, he might have stolen the MVP.
He should have stolen the MVP. If they won the 1 seed. But this is the thing, though.
Come see me after this win.
That year, what happened that year? Was it that year or the next year? Against Denver when they were down at half, 24-0.
It was 13.
That was 13. What happened?
I spotted you 24 points and I still beat you.
Yeah.
Remember that meme?
That's Brady, dude. Is it not?
No.
That's always Tom Brady.
Yep.
They were down 10 against Seattle, fourth quarter, come back win the Super Bowl. 28-3.
That was the most impressive.
Won the fucking Super Bowl.
I think that was more impressive than 28-3.
No, I think 23 was even more impressive.
It's the fucking Falcons.
Doesn't matter, dude.
When they got
28-3.
When it was 20-8 and Matt Ryan took the sack.
Okay, that's the difference.
Matt Ryan took the sack and then there was the offensive holding to get him out of field goal range. I said to myself, it would not shock me at all if Atlanta blew this.
Well, this is the difference,
Falcons.
though, okay? This is the difference.
The Falcons.
This is the difference. Against Seattle, that was a generational defense. Mm-hmm. So you can say degree of difficulty, even though it was only 10 points, much higher. But against the Falcons, it was established that he's one of the GOAT athletes of all time.
28-3 late.
Because each drive, he somehow got better. I know you probably didn't watch Dragon Ball Z. But this motherfucker leveled up as a superhero every drive, okay? It was like he was like, oh, Tom Brady God status. Tom Brady super God status. Tom Brady infinity God status. You know what I mean? Every drive. By the end of the game, in the fourth quarter, you knew they were going to score a touchdown. Then when they got the ball in overtime, everyone said, it's fucking over. And every pass got better and better. The ball didn't fucking spin like it had a fucking spiral. It was just like a BB. Like, just fucking teleported to where it had to go, dude. You go back and watch some of those throws. I've told you. They don't obey the laws of physics. They're too pretty. They're too beautiful. Albert Einstein's head would have exploded. Stephen Hawking fucking would have got, like, you know what I mean? The reason he's in a wheelchair is because of Tom Brady. Those passes. Like, legitimately.
I remember when they won the coin toss. 2 throws in, I knew the game was over. When he threw that
Fourth
with
quarter?
Amendola on the sideline.
Yeah,
no,
dude.
in overtime.
That's what I meant. Overtime when the Hogan one was beautiful.
No, the one he laid,
Amendola one was ridiculous.
Laid out to Amendola on the sideline.
That might have been the most beautiful pass you've ever seen in your life. Honestly.
It's been a lot of them.
If
the most beautiful pass I've ever seen in person, I still remember it. Do you know which one it was?
No.
It was that Saints game in 2013 when Brady hit Tompkins to win it.
Oh, that pass.
No, not that. That was a great pass. Breeze threw a pass to put them ahead with like 5 minutes left. Dropped it right in the bucket. You couldn't have thrown it any better.
That Tom Brady pass was better. Game winner.
Well, if Breeze had a defense, that would have been the game winner.
Well, yeah.
I'm pulling for him to win the MVP, but he doesn't have the stats.
Yeah, but you know what, though? I wouldn't be mad if he won the MVP.
I just said I'm rooting for him, but I just don't think he's going to get it. Like, because he doesn't have, like, outrageous stats. What's he have, like 16 touchdowns, like 7 interceptions or something?
Oh, what the fuck is this? Now my computer runs all ridiculous. I don't know what
How black is Michael Jordan?
How black is Michael Jordan? Answer, very black. Please look at photo. Compare him to very white people. That's the thing. Like, people love Michael Jordan. Love him.
He's not a very good dude, though.
Who cares?
Like, personally. Like, Brady's a weird guy, but I don't think he's a bad guy.
But people love Mike. I don't think Brady's a good or bad guy, really. I mean, he seems like a good human being in a lot of ways, but
he likes to remind everyone that my life is better than you, like once a week.
Yeah.
What are you trying
I don't know, dude. I can't look anything up anymore because I got this goddamn stupid thing on my computer.
Just look it up on your phone. What do you want to look up? I'll look it up for you. What?
This is the touchdown drive, okay?
Yeah,
we're going to watch the touchdown drive because Scotty needs to realize that the best passes ever were in this drive.
All right, can you mute it at least?
Of course I can mute it. Hold on.
There we go.
Yeah, Scotty, I got it. Don't worry. Oh, shit.
Yeah, you got it.
I got it. But you think Lonzo Ball's a bust?
No, I didn't say that.
Oh. It's 28-3 right now, by the way. Ooh, look at that pass. Don't worry, that's like God Brady status, but it gets better.
Dude, this is like no, I'm not watching the whole thing. Just fast forward to overtime.
Dude, it's a fucking 2-minute clip.
Overtime.
I'm not fast forwarding overtime.
No, fast forward to overtime.
Oh, this is not even the.
No, this isn't the.
This is the fucking drive to make it 28-10.
Yeah.
That was crap.
You just had it. Hold on.
I know I lost it because
right there. That's what you want.
The way I move the mouse.
We will talk about the Celtics, I promise.
Yeah, after we talk about Tom Brady. Imagine if Tom Brady was on the Celtics.
By the way, O'Keefe is obsessed
Brady?
about the MVP.
He deserves a fucking third. He deserves like 8 MVPs.
All right, so we got the OT game on right now.
OT. Okay. Yeah, that's nothing. That was a little dump off. It was still beautiful, though. Beautiful dump off.
No, hold on. I'm pretty sure it was the second throw. Yep.
Here's the one to Hogan.
No,
there's the one to Amendola.
That's when I said game over.
Especially watch.
I said game over.
If they show the part where it's flying.
They do.
Watch the way it moves. Watch the way this ball moves.
You know, this really should have
been... go back and watch this drive again.
This really should have been a podcast.
Oh.
Beautiful.
But watch this fucking ball, Scotty. Dude, it doesn't have fucking laces, dude. It doesn't have laces. I know there's white things on the ball. It's not laces.
There was too much air in it.
Yeah, it's too inflated. So you get... Look at that. Look at that pass.
Their defense was gassed. They didn't get to him at all in this drive.
Look at these fucking passes, dude.
I watched it. I lived it.
Look at these fucking passes.
I lived it, bro.
Look at him. He's like, I'm fucking gangsta. Y'all just wannabes. It's like, hey, Ma! I'm not done with my segment yet.
Ma said to me, like, well, they got a field goal. Don't do anything stupid. I'm like, Ma, it's over.
Look at that pass. Dude.
You knew, right?
Dude, I knew when he got the ball. I was like, he's won the game, dude. This dude's on fucking point right now. When Tom Brady's in the zone, he's in the zone.
Matt Slater won the Super Bowl.
Tom Brady gets pretty,
Matt Slater won the Super Bowl.
He did.
He called heads.
I'm not sure Atlanta would have scored anyways, let's be real.
Yeah, I mean, the pass defense sucked.
No, yeah, but they had been playing really well.
It wasn't 85 Bears.
The Bears.
I thought he caught it. By the way, I thought he caught it. No, I thought he did.
I really should. He should have caught that, I think.
They don't throw the...
It was pass interference, but he should have caught it. Look, he dropped it. He still could have caught it.
I think my dad said facetiously, like, oh, Montana still threw a touchdown to win it.
Dumb as shit, though.
And here goes James.
It's not like Tom Brady couldn't have thrown a touchdown to win it.
Oh.
I shut the volume off.
Oh well. That's the most emotion.
Tom Brady.
On. That's the most emotion I've ever heard from like Joe Buck in anything. Listen to him. I was like, was that Joe Buck? He went nuts.
That's as it goes. Touchdown!
That's the most emotion I've ever heard from Joe Buck. Ever.
Ridiculous, by the way. These last 2 Super Bowls the Patriots won have been beyond surreal.
So talk to me about the MVP race.
It's Tom Brady. Everyone else has just won.
Why?
We've been over this. He's the best player.
I want you to go. I want you to elaborate.
He's the best player. He's the best stats. He's carrying his team.
I have my own stats.
In the first 4 games of the season, the Patriots defense contributed a negative 2.5 wins. If Tom Brady wasn't worth 2.6 wins, which is what the offense was worth during that stretch, and by the way, back then it was just the passing game, not really the running game, minus Julian Edelman, mind you, they would have been fucking like 0-4 or 1-3 if they didn't have Tom Brady. You put Carson Wentz in that team, they start out 1-3, maybe. Am I wrong?
I don't know if you're right or wrong. Probably wrong.
How so?
Probably wrong.
You think Carson Wentz, that team doesn't go to...
He has a better offensive. He has a better offensive line, by far.
Carson Wentz is by far.
Yeah.
And he has better everything.
I don't know if he has better targets.
No, probably not, but he has better everything else. The question for you, though. Carson Wentz wins against Houston?
That game?
Yeah. He does that? I've never seen him do anything
What,
like
on the last drive?
Yeah. Russell Wilson wins against Houston? Really?
Yeah. I've seen Wilson win games like that.
I've seen him fuck up a lot of them, too.
He kept me in that survivor pool. I'm out now, but like he kept me in at the time because he did it against Houston.
I don't want to hear it. Tom Brady won that game against Houston.
So cases for Russell Wilson. They're 8-4. They're a playoff team. They have no offensive line.
Okay.
He doesn't really have any of the
The defense
offensive targets. The defense is decimated.
It's been better than the Patriots for the whole year, if you look at the whole year.
It's a better defense.
Okay, but
they're hurt.
So what?
They're all hurt.
What does it matter?
They're all hurt.
And they're not 10-2, and he's not as good as Brady. He doesn't have the stats Brady has. And you watch the games, Brady looks better than Russell Wilson and Carson Wentz. The eye test, the stats, everything says Tom Brady. It's easy. It really is.
So I'm going to bring up something.
I'm sorry, it's easy.
I'm going to bring up something that you and I have talked about.
I don't care about, you know what, they don't want to vote for him. Voter fatigue.
It is. It's Patriot fatigue.
I understand that. You're going to say that.
What happened with Pedro and Barry Zito in 2002?
A fucking travesty. That's what happened.
You know what? Actually,
Pedro was better at everything.
I'm going to look that up.
And the better player should be the friggin' guy that wins the award. I'm sorry. Is that wrong?
No. Oh, you don't have baseball.
And I don't want to hear, voter fatigue. Like, how many Cy Youngs does Pedro have?
3.
Okay.
Fuck.
How many MVPs does Michael Jordan have?
5.
How many MVPs does LeBron have?
4.
How many MVPs does Tom Brady have?
2.
It's not like he has a bajillion MVPs.
See, here's the thing, though.
Remember that Peyton Manning chart?
It's funny.
And it's find that Peyton Manning chart. Peyton Manning MVP chart. It explains basically no matter what, Peyton Manning always wins the fucking MVP. Right? No matter what, they default the MVP to Peyton. It's the opposite for Brady.
So we're going to...
the chart is the opposite for Brady. You realize that, right?
You don't have a pen, do you?
I need a fucking goddamn pen. I got my mind.
All right. Because I want you to memorize Zito stats from 02, and then we're going to look up Pedro.
I need to memorize his goddamn stats. 2.75 ERA. What else are we looking at? What else do you care about?
Hitting
23 and 5, 2.75, 132 strikeouts, 82. Okay, we got it. Go to the other
K
one.
per 9, like all that.
I don't care about K per 9. That's just not that.
All right, so we use 23 and 5. I think Pedro was 20 and 4, 21 and 4.
Well, they cared about record back then too.
I can't fucking type.
Pedro Martinez.
Oh, they got him with the Jerry curl picture.
Yeah, the Montreal.
He used to be on Baseball Reference with the Red Sox hat. Why'd they change it?
I don't know.
All right, 2002 Pedro, 20 and 4. See all that black?
23 and 5.
See all that black?
Yeah, there's a ton of black.
Ton of black,
2.26
right?
as opposed to 2.75.
See all that black? There's a lot of black there, right?
It's all black. All black everything.
It's Phil
like
Harris
a Jay-Z
black.
Song. No, fuck that. It's Dikembe Mutombo black.
Roses are black, violets are black, everything's black. Black.
You know Barry's Zito's pages? White as shit. It's albino. They ain't goddamn black thing on there. Actually, I think he had black wins. 23 wins.
Want to talk about racism? No, but seriously, he had 3 more wins. Pedro had fewer losses. The winning percentage was better. The ERA was 2.26, which led the league.
Most strikeouts in the league.
Most strikeouts at 239.
Best ERA plus.
Innings pitched. Zito's pitched like an extra 20 innings. Big whoop-de-doo. All right, ERA plus 202, which is ridiculous.
Best strikeout per 9 inning. Best everything.
Look at
best
Webb.
Everything.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, best everything. I get it.
K per 9, 10.8. Fucking ridiculous.
But he had won 2 out of the past 3 years.
He should have won the Cy Young.
It was his third best year in those 4 years stretch, okay? And Tom Brady hasn't won since 2010, dude. If Tom Brady won the last 2 MVPs,
hear me out though.
I could understand it. Why is Tom Brady always the bridesmaid as the best player in the league? Oh, he could have won last year, but he only played 12 games, even though he's better than Matty Ice. So we give it. He could have won in 2015, but then the team sucked because Belichick didn't know how to coach anymore. Let's give it to Cam Newton. Not 2014, he was just the most clutch.
Did go 15-1. His team did go 15-1.
That's nice. If it's best record, then Tom Brady should have like 7 of them.
All right, listen.
If it's best fucking stats, Tom Brady should have like 5 of them.
Listen,
if it's best fucking player, Tom Brady can have all of them.
The only year I thought Brady should have won and didn't was last year, honestly.
My point is, you can make a case for every fucking season.
I hate that argument that but Matt Ryan played 16 games, Brady only played 12. Right, that makes it more impressive because they both won 11 games. Brady had 4 fewer games to do it.
I can care less with just the wins and losses. Look, wins and losses are very important for a quarterback, but that's not the be-all and end-all. You got to look at wins and losses.
Brady had almost as many touchdowns as Ryan with 4 fewer games.
I get that. That's what I'm saying. The stats matter. All that stuff matters. Brady was better. If you want to give it to Ryan, okay. But 2015, 14, all that shit?
All right, hear me out.
What seed were they in 2014?
The number 1 seed.
Okay. I know he started off.
It should have been Rodgers.
Started off kind of crap.
It should have been Rodgers. Come on.
Could have been Brady. Could easily have been Brady.
Rodgers got it because Brady got off to the slow start, and Rodgers just had better volume numbers.
For an 8 or 9 week stretch in the middle of the season,
Brady was the best quarterback.
When it mattered, who was the best quarterback in football? Brady. Mm-hmm. And then what happened? They shut it down at the end of the season when they had the 1 seed wrapped up and they didn't care anymore. And so Brady's numbers didn't look as good as Rodgers. Brady was still... the only thing you can argue is that you can argue...
No. They were still playing up until the final week.
Not really.
They clinched it the second to last week of the year.
Yeah, and they weren't really...
Denver lost to Cincinnati.
What were they doing?
What was who doing?
What was Belichick doing for Tom Brady's stats? Look at the end of the season that year.
Really quickly,
they were in fucking turtle dick mode.
I wanted to run through his career really quickly. Do I have a chance to do that?
Tom Brady's career? It's too awesome. You can't run through it. You got to walk slow.
No, just for the MVPs.
Okay.
01, obviously, he wasn't going to get it. That was Kurt Warner. 02, who's the MVP in 02? I'm drawing a blank. Gannon.
Was it Rich Gannon? Yeah.
All right, Gannon deserved it. 03, Peyton McNair co-tied. They were like co-MVPs.
That was fair.
That was fair. Manning threw 49 touchdowns in 04. That was fair. 05 was, I think, Sean Alexander.
My problem is Peyton wins it in 08 and 09
all right,
for no reason.
Brady shouldn't have won it in 05, right?
No.
Shouldn't have won it in 06. Well, Daniel Tomlinson had a ridiculous share. 2007, best season. He won. 2008, throwout. 2009, I thought, personally, the Breeze was the MVP. They gave it to Manning. But they both had better years and better teams. They were both 13-0 at one point.
Okay, but this is... And then, all right, up until this point, no problem.
Brady had a
He wins it in 2010, okay?
He should have, yeah.
2011 through this year, Tom Brady is no worse than second or third in any MVP.
Rodgers had 45 touchdowns, I think 7 picks, and his team went 15-1 in 2011. So anyone who says that Rodgers shouldn't have won it is an idiot.
I didn't say he shouldn't have won it, but look at Tom Brady. He was 13-3. Ho hum. Again, they toss games at the end of years a lot too. Let's be real here. They could be 3 or 4 games better throughout the stretch if they actually.
We're almost there. Let me finish.
Okay, it's 52,000 yards, 5,200 yards,
listen to me.
39 touchdowns, and 12 picks.
2012. We're on 2012 now, right?
Okay, 2012. Easily good for Brady.
Adrian Peterson.
I have no problem with Peterson winning it.
Finished like 4 yards away from the rushing record, and they went to the playoffs, and Christian Ponder was their quarterback. He should have won the MVP. 2013, Peyton Manning had like 9.
And that guy that's married to that hot reporter lady.
Oh, I love Sam Ponder. So hot. All right, 2013, Manning threw like 80 million touchdowns. So he was the MVP. That's fine. 2014, I still would have gone Rodgers.
That's fine.
2000, who would you have voted for? Because at the time you said Rodgers, so don't tell me.
Personally, I would have voted for Rodgers, but I'm saying Tom Brady could have won it.
Okay. Yeah,
and one of the reasons Tom Brady didn't win is because they lost to Rodgers, and that's not that big a deal.
Yeah, but you act. Here's the thing: you act like he gets screwed out of it every year.
I have a question. How was Tom Brady's last 3 games looked that year after they were basically wrapping everything up? Let's look at the third to last game. 21 for 35, 287 yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick, right? How'd this game?
They played like shit that game.
Yep.
They were still trying to win the game. He just didn't have a very good game. That's a bad game for him.
One of these games, their game plan was like rush it forever.
No, they
did that in 2015
Miami.
too.
That was Miami in 2015.
They did in one of these games too. It was like run heavy.
This game he didn't.
So Tom Brady's last 3 games that year, these are the yards he threw: 287, 182, and 80 because he didn't play the whole game. Okay, do you think that's really trying to help him out win the MVP? No, Belichick don't care about that. This is what happens all the time in the end. Brady at the 3-quarter mark, a lot of years, has like 2015 as well, has the best fucking stats, leading the league in all these categories. Then they fucking shut the offense down. They turtle dick it. They play good defense. They barely try to win. Belichick doesn't try to win at the end of seasons. He tries not to lose. Okay? And I have a problem with that because that can cost you later on with your mentality. It's true. There's a reason why in 2015 they weren't the 1 seed. Belichick played a bunch of fucking terrible football with the way he coached.
The Philly game still bothers me more than the other ones.
Half those games bother me.
The Philly game was the worst.
They lost 4 games. They should have maybe lost more.
That Philly game, you're up 14-0.
Denver, they got fucked by the refs. Who else did they lose to? Philly, whose fault was that?
That was Belichick.
The Jets, whose fault was that? Miami, whose fault was that?
They just didn't play well. Miami was Belichick's fault.
All of them. No. The Jets was his fault too. What happened in that game?
The Jets one?
Yeah.
Didn't he like go with the wind or something? They deferred in overtime or something? I can't remember.
Okay, whose fault is that?
Belichick?
Yeah.
McDaniels, I don't know.
They lost 1 game because of refs and 3 games because of Belichick. I'm sorry. That team should have been 15-1, maybe 14-2. You can say Belichick can blow a game here and there. Okay. But he gave 3 games away. This is worst coaching outside of the 2012 AFC Championship game. Okay? I'm sorry.
That Philly game was the worst game he ever coached.
2012 AFC Championship.
No.
Yes.
Up 14-0.
2012 it was like you had John Farrell fucking coaching the team.
Hear me out. 2015 against Philly, the week after they lost to Denver. You're up 14-0 at home. You can like hear the buses starting outside. The Eagles just want to get the hell out of there. And you do that fucking onside punt thing, whatever the hell it was, gets them right back in the game. I don't even know how to describe what that was.
Yeah.
Awful.
Well, that's Tom Brady. Tom Brady doesn't win the MVP because of that. You realize that, right? I'm being honest with you.
They wanted to give it to Newton. They always want to give it to a fresh face. That's what you don't understand.
Tom Brady got a fresh face.
I'm not even
so clean.
I'm not even saying that Ryan didn't deserve it last year.
So fresh and so clean.
I just would have given it to Brady.
Like, ain't nobody dope as me. I'm just Tom Brady.
Yeah, that sucks. That's awful.
You should be an MVP, dude. Again. First, third time.
Want to talk to Boston? Want to talk about the Celtics?
We're talking to you, Boston.
Want to talk about the Celtics?
We talk about the Celtics. You know, I don't like Kyrie. He's too black.
22-4.
Kyrie's too black.
That's going to cost us ratings.
That's going to cost us. We don't have any ratings. Dude, I love Kyrie. I'm kidding.
No, you don't. You fucking hate Kyrie.
I don't hate Kyrie. I think you guys overrate him.
Yeah, you do. You hate Kyrie.
I think you guys wicked overrate Kyrie.
You haven't been watching these games, have you? They have 22 wins, probably 12 of them he takes over down the stretch in the fourth. Sorry. That's with getting double teamed because they don't have Hayward. You realize if Hayward was here, everything would be wide open for him, right?
Dude.
The game save struggled.
Is Kyrie a top 10 player right now? Because he's not.
He might be at the very back of 10.
The very back of 10?
No, like
what's
10?
that? He's the 0 and 10?
No, like
he's 10. He's like the line in the 0 or the 10.
No, like
the very back of it.
What I mean, he'd probably
he's not 10.
10 or 11.
He's like fucking 14, 13. Very good. Very good. Great player. Not trying to take anything away from the kid. Awesome. Phenomenal. Glad he's on the team.
By the way, that Brooklyn pick, that's like the 8th pick in the draft right now.
Hey, just listen to me. I'm just telling you.
That Laker pick is better right now. Barely.
I'm letting you know.
What's that score?
I'm not sure still. I'm getting more confident in it each day by day, watching the kid finish. Because Kyrie is incredible. His handles, I've been saying, I know you don't even agree, but I think he has the greatest handles ever. He really does. Better than AI, better than Maravich.
I think Pistol Pete's the best.
No.
I sent you guys those videos.
AI is the best crossover ever.
I sent you guys those videos.
I've watched videos. Dude, you don't understand, dude.
Do you see like Pistol Pete like going like all this shit?
Yeah. By the way, I wish I had video because it's like Scotty waving his hands around. Like, you see Pistol Pete waving his hands around? I'm like, I don't think he did that, Scotty. I think he dribbled the ball. But it's Kyrie's the best dribbler ever. He does it with ease. His handles are ridiculous.
No, they are. I don't know if I can call him the best dribbler ever.
Well, look at Alonzo Ball. 6 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Not a bust.
Dude, he's shooting like 29%.
Look, I'm not a Alonzo Ball fan. I told you, his father ruined him for me. His father ruined him for me.
They can't see this. This is what the shot looks like.
Yeah, I get it. Everyone knows what the shot looks like. It's garbage. My little kid's 2 years old. He shoots better than that. Seriously.
He's got a sweet stroke.
He got a sweet stroke, that Anthony does. Look. Lonzo Ball's garbage at shooting. He's not a garbage player.
He's horrible defensively.
He's young, man.
Abysmal defensively.
Kyrie's been abysmal. Not this year, but in general, in his career.
Even this year, he's been just okay.
He's just been borderline average.
He's average. He hasn't been great, hasn't been bad at all.
There's games he gets torched.
There are also games that he plays pretty decent.
Yeah, against like scrub players. But yeah.
Actually, he
doesn't even have to cover the good players.
He had trouble with Dennis Smith Jr. last night a little bit.
He's
for stretches.
Trouble with lots of people. He's not Isaiah Thomas. I'm not saying that.
Oh, Isaiah.
I'm not saying he's not a better player than Isaiah. Especially, I told you, in 3 years, he should be a much better player than Isaiah.
He's Gary Payton compared to Isaiah, for Christ's sake.
Oh, come on.
Isaiah's the worst I've ever seen. And a lot of that's because of his size. But he's the worst I've ever seen, defensively.
Isaiah's bad.
Awful. No, like, he was... If there are 238 players in the league, he was number 238 defensively.
He's number 239 now, 238.
And do you know who's 237? Your boy, Andrew Wiggins. He's a fucking awful defender. He's like Harden bad.
I've been reading a lot of stuff. Harden's been getting better, D. You watch stuff, you read into the stats and stuff.
I don't believe that.
It's not good. He's just better than he was.
That playoff game where he like just quit. Dude, like I'm never gonna let that go.
They got down by like 1 million. What did you want him to do?
Right, because he turned it over like 14 times in the first.
I'm sure he was like, "Let me purposely turn the ball over."
He would just walk the ball up, just pull up from 40 feet.
You just don't like Harden. I get it. He's still a way better player than Kyrie.
No, he's not.
Look, he's better than Kyrie. I don't care about the rings. He didn't play with LeBron, dude. Look, Harden would have rings too if he played with LeBron.
No, he wouldn't.
The Rockets might be the best team in the league right now. They actually have a pretty loaded roster. And Harden, other than probably LeBron, Harden's probably the second best player in the league.
A team coached by Mike D'Antoni is never going to win a championship. Ever.
By Mike D'Antoni?
Oh, because there's no D?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give him the D! There's no D in Mike D'Antoni.
He sucks. He's awful.
By the way, can't wait till Star Wars comes out. I know you don't care.
Yeah, I think that stuff is so retarded. Shouldn't say that.
We can say that. I told you.
Should I say gay?
I can't say gay, can't say retarded, can't say nothing.
Can you say stupid? Oh, that's offensive to stupid people.
Stupid people are unite.
All right. You trading Tatum or Brown for Anthony Davis?
One or the other? Sure.
He's hurt again.
I'm
not even sure it's worth it now. Not even sure it's worth it.
One or the other? Yeah, I trade him. I'm sorry.
So I don't think I'm trading Tatum
it's Anthony Davis.
I don't think I'm trading him.
I think that's ridiculous.
He's fucking 19 years old.
He's great. He's awesome. He's got a lot of potential. Really good player already.
By the way, you would know this. You would know more about this than I would. I have no idea.
Brown.
I'm also not a doctor. I've been hearing all this shit like, oh, he's 19 years old. He could still grow like 2 or 3 more inches in the next few years. Is that possible?
Highly unlikely.
Because they were talking about how the Greek Freak, who's unbelievable, by the way, grew like 3 or 4 inches in like 2 years.
In the NBA?
No, like either right before or right after they drafted him. Milwaukee
maybe, but you're usually done around 18 to 20 as a male.
I stopped at like 15.
Right, it's usually 18 to 20, and I don't think he's still growing.
I was 5'8" at 15, and then I just stopped. That's also when I started drinking coffee. I wonder if there was any correlation.
Not really. Is
that a myth?
It's a little bit of slight stint, but most men finish their overall height growth by age 20. But it says when the range is 16 to 20 is when you stop growing. Kid's 19. He's not going to grow 3 inches. Highly unlikely. Could he grow an inch? Sure.
So you think that's all bullshit?
No, it's not bullshit. It's just I don't think he's going to be fucking 7 feet tall next year. He'd be like, oh my god, look at him. He's like 7'5". Like a fucking light-skinned Sean Bradley. No, it's not going to happen. It's not going to lose his athleticism and be 7'5", or it's not the way it's going to be.
It's scary thinking about like once he fills out how good he's going to be.
But he might be near his cap, dude. We don't know.
No.
He's not incredibly athletic. He's sneaky athletic.
We've said that
He's
term
long.
before.
He's long. He's got a lot of length. He blocks the shit out of people when he's not even fucking jumping. He's just like standing with his arm up, and people are like, "Oh shit, this dude's huge." And he's a tall 6'9". He's close to the same height Horford is. Horford says he's 6'9" too. So
Horford's 6'10".
It's listed as 6'10", but Horford says 6'9". Some people say what the with shoes height is. Some people say without, which is weird. Like LeBron's actually 6'8" with shoes. He's 6'7" without shoes. But Paul Pierce is 6'7" with shoes. Gronk is 6'6"
LeBron
and a
is
half and a quarter without shoes.
And LeBron is bigger than Barry Bonds ever was. And he was losing his hair at like 22 years old. It's going to come out that he was on the juice.
I don't know, man. He was always built, though.
It will.
Difference between Barry and LeBron is this, okay? Barry went from a twig to fucking a black Arnold Schwarzenegger to a fucking twig again when he retired. LeBron James has always been Diesel, even when he was a little kid. And Barry Bonds' head grew 7 sizes that day, okay? Fucking LeBron James' head didn't grow. Yeah, it's pretty fucking big, dude. He was big in high school. For a kid, when you know someone's going to fill out, he was fucking big, dude. That's when he's a kid. He's already fucking big. It wasn't like Barry Bonds, I'm telling you. It's different.
He's on the shit.
That's in high school. He already looks like a man.
Look at it, he's on the shit, man. Now he's like the size of a linebacker.
No, he's fucking older. He's fucking like balding and aging. He actually looks old as shit. But I mean, like, what are you gonna do? Look, dude.
He was an ugly dude to begin with.
That's fucking the McDonald's All-American game. Look at him. He's fucking built, dude. Always built and big. He didn't just fucking go from a twig to fucking jacked.
Twig.
No, he was never a twig.
He's on the shit. By the way, I love that draft photo. He just like found Ray Lewis's white suit in the dumpster and just like threw it on.
Hey, Ray Lewis's suit wouldn't fit him. Too short. No, if you had a picture where it was like 3 inches too short on his legs, yeah, I'd be like, it was Ray Lewis's shirt.
This is back when I loved the guy.
I used to love LeBron.
Now I can't stand him.
I actually started to hate LeBron in 07-08.
No, I didn't hate him yet.
I did, because he started to get wicked douchey. Way too arrogant. Before that, he was very much like Magic almost. Like his happiness, his go-luckiness, he was always so talented.
When did he become a head case then?
It started in the 07-08 season when he started becoming douchey and like he was arrogant and owed stuff. And then he lost the Celtics that year, and then he kept playing the Celtics, and the Celtics were good. LeBron started really to become a douchebag, and then we went to Miami. It was like, this is...
To this day, LeBron never beat that starting five.
The starting five wasn't around after a while. Danny should never trade a Perk.
Hindsight's always 20/20. We all liked it.
I said it at the time.
We all liked it at the time.
I said they got the better player, but I said I wouldn't have traded away my strength.
I think I met you.
You can look it up.
I met you the month after that.
You can look it up if we were talking about it, because I don't remember if we were talking about it in the email chain. I said, why did you give away
after the trade?
Right. I said, why did you give away your strength? Your strength was your centers. No one could compete with your strength. You gave away your strength to chase their strength.
Perk was the last...
That's like trading away Tom Brady to make your defense better.
Perk was in the last year of his deal. He had just come off knee surgery. Danny made him a contract offer, and Perk didn't want to take a hometown discount. So Danny traded him, got the best player in the draft, which was the Red Auerbach adage that you always do. And I think he just took the chance that Jermaine O'Neal and Shaq could stay healthy for the playoff run, and it didn't happen. That's what happened.
And the team was constructed in a way that, with Perk and with the centers, they would have been able to compete for a title. With Jeff Green, you literally traded away your strength, which is 3 centers and a bunch of size. You didn't need more fucking athleticism. I don't care what Danny thought. You traded away your size to get Jeff Green to try to match up with fucking LeBron James, which is idiotic. It wasn't going to happen. Don't fight strength with weakness. Fight strength with strength. Your strength was you play big. It's pretty simple. I understand that they had Derrick Rose in fucking Chicago, and LeBron James is still the best player in the world, really. You had a ton of talent, and you had bigs for depth. That's what you needed. Seriously.
If Shaq had stayed healthy, they probably still would have won the East at least. I don't know if they would have won the title, but
I don't know. And then Rondo was balling back then, and trading away Perk affected Rondo too.
I started to hate Rondo.
No bueno.
I started to hate Rondo in the 2011-2012 season. That's like when I started to sour on him, because that was the first year that he just like did not play defense.
Gave up on defense. Once someone gives up on defense, you just hate him, huh?
You're
like, fuck that dude. He don't play defense.
No, I never got on that.
Larry would never give up on defense.
Did you see Larry's last couple of years? He couldn't play defense.
But he still tried, though. He was Larry. Walk. Tough white guy.
Couldn't walk.
Walk it off. Can't walk.
No, Larry can't walk.
I'm not going to walk it off if I can't walk.
He has to, like, scooter it off. Like, he can't even walk.
Scooter it off. Lie on the floor it off. Like, he was always lying on the floor. Fucking Larry. Larry Legend, baby.
Dude, it got to a point where he couldn't even, like, sit down on the bench because it hurt too much. He would just lay on the floor, like he was saying.
Walk it off.
Atlanta's up 10-3.
This game looks like it's a snooze fest. Thursday night games suck.
They're awful. Oh, Roger. 5 more years. 5 more years.
I hate that. You know that I hate that.
That's going to lead to a lockout.
I was hoping Tom Brady outlasted Roger.
Now
NFL, I have to have 5 more years of Tom Brady to outlast Roger.
The NFLPA is on record. If he's still commissioner, we're not signing anything. So it looks like we're heading to a lockout.
Yeah, but that's what they're saying.
They always say that, though. I know what you're saying.
The NFLPA is always if you guys don't do what we say, we're not going to do it. Oh, shit. We have no money. Brandon Murray was out there shooting people. Let's sign. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
They're just so... You got to understand. It's a lot easier for 32 owners.
I'm glad that Jerry Jones lost, though.
Like I said, I was all down with Jerry. I was like...
I hate Jerry Jones.
But I was like, fuck that. I was ride or die with Jerry on that one. Like, fuck Roger. I don't want Roger getting a deal. But... I mean, I don't like Jerry Jones. Roger Goodell's the enemy. There's a difference. Roger Goodell is the worst person at his job in the history of jobs. We've been over this.
Ebony Owens was worse than his
No,
job.
he's worse than Ebony Owens. Roger Goodell's like, this is Roger Goodell. Call me back. Click. You guys wouldn't get that joke completely, but...
He's not hard to find.
well,
He's on Park
it actually works for him. It's Roger Goodell, call me back. He doesn't have to give people his number. They know his number. They call the league office. But my point is, there's 32 owners and there's a league with structure. It's really easy for them to be a cohesive unit. The NFL is fucking hundreds of players, thousands of players, with no fucking cohesion at all. You got fucking some offensive lineman living in the fucking mountains raising goats saying he wants to fucking shoot the government and fucking has a compound, you know what I mean? Then you got a fucking black guy playing dice, fucking gamble away all his money. You got another guy, Philip Rivers, with like 18 kids, a Cromartie with 18 kids. Like, they can't all have the same priorities and the same structure. And like say like, all right, we all saved up money in the same way, and like let's fight them and get a better thing for future players. They can't make. They don't have that unity. It's impossible. The structure can't be there. You're a borderline player in the league, practice squad to on the roster, off the roster. You think you have money saved so you can fucking get through a fucking strike and a lockout? You're like, dude, I want to fucking eat and feed my kids. I gotta play. We gotta play. Doesn't matter that Roger Goodell is fucking commissioner. We gotta play.
But if they held out even just 1 year, it could really make some changes.
The careers are too short too.
Dude, work at a hotel for a year and then you're good.
How you gonna? What happens if half of them blow out their knees practicing all year without fucking the actual league in session?
That's their own fault. Should
Right.
have been like Antoine Walker. He signed his money. There was a lockout.
Just
He
got fat.
ate some KFC.
Ate himself out of the league. Like, it's like, no, dude. Poor Antoine.
I could not believe how fat he was at the beginning of that. I went to Paul Pierce's first NBA game. It was in February '99 after logout. Do you remember who they were playing that night?
No.
They were playing Toronto. I also saw Vince Carter's first NBA game. I went with Craig and Peter, and we're at the game. We got like third row balcony, right? I'll never forget it as long as I live. Antoine came up for warm-ups, and like I had already seen like some of the preseason, but Peter goes,
Is he still playing somewhere, by the way?
I don't think so. Peter goes, holy shit, he's so fucking fat. I was like, yeah, dude, you haven't been watching preseason? Like, he's been eating KFC every day for like 8 months. Like, that's what happens. He hasn't been working out. There he is right there. That's Magic.
That's Magic. Magic's also like 80. It's a little different. Antoine was like 23. I can't find photos of it. Let's see, Antoine fat, and then was it 99 season?
Do February 99.
Come on, the internet wasn't big enough back then. It's not going to be anything then. Oh, I didn't have the numbers lock on.
Yeah, it might help to do 1999.
No, it's good enough.
Like, look, he can barely get over the rim there. Like, that's how fat he is.
Yeah, so tall too.
Antoine's the only 6'9" black guy I've ever seen who just couldn't jump.
No, Magic couldn't jump.
Magic Johnson?
Yeah.
He was more athletic than Antoine was.
Probably a little bit with his speed movement, but still couldn't jump. Larry was more athletic than fucking Magic.
Bird as a kid, like, could get up.
Yeah, he could
He had
jump.
some
He
ups.
could jump decent.
That's 02. I can tell because of the patch on the thing.
He could jump decent, but
I don't know how we got to talking about
I
Antoine.
don't know.
It's probably
Antoine,
my
fat,
fault.
went broke.
Man, Antoine missed us era, but like he came along 15 years too soon. Imagine him in today's league. Oof. He'd be shooting 14 threes a game.
But he couldn't shoot threes, so it wouldn't matter.
No, the sad thing was there was a year, I don't remember what year it was.
Antoine was like the beginning of the evolution.
His 3-point percentage was better than his 2-point percentage. He was better. He had a better percentage shooting threes than shooting layups.
And it wasn't like his 3-point percentage was good.
It was like 38%. He was a better Marcus Smart, like slightly better.
Wow, we just shit on Antoine pretty bad with that one.
Yeah, but Antoine had talent.
Well, you said slightly better Marcus Smart, so
Look at his field goal percentages.
he sucked. Twan, employee number 8, Cyber Twan.
Remember those commercials? The employee number 8.
So stupid. field goal percentage. I mean, he was shooting in the 30s, man. 394, 388. Horrible. Horrible.
Poor Antoine. Terrible.
Terrible.
All right, we're going to call it a wrap. Thanks for tuning in. No more Shattered Reality Radio. No more srpod.com. Got to do it the old-fashioned way by candlelight on youtube.com. Type in Chris and Cash
Get
podcast.
your blubber ready. Start lighting your candles.
We'll also be posting it on www.gamesofinches.com. That hasn't gone anywhere. Thanks for tuning in. We will talk to you next week.
Hasta luego.